A high con film.
I said a hip hop, a hippie to the hip hip hop. You don't stop the bop. It's the tagline, boogie.
I'm always like, when is it gonna come in? And then it does. I'm like, oh, there it is.
I couldn't think of anything bunny related.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, thank you. Someone sent me an e-card in back like in 2005 when I first got an email address that had that song, but it was like, it's the Easter Bunny.
Have you ever been to a friend's house and the chicken was no good?
Have you ever been in Chevy Chase's movie and his acting was no good? Dan Aykroyd was there as a big baby, and Demi Moore was there too.
And I was there because I'm the Humpty Dance.
Don't be confused. We're not doing Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah. But also, like, I just merged Rapper's Delight with the Humpty Dance.
Yeah, I just realized
But it's actually not the Humpty Dance. It's All Around the World, same song. Remember?
No, I'm not that old.
I mean, on Nothing But Trouble.
Oh, yeah. Because it's Digital Underground's in that movie, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tupac.
Right? I came for the party to get naughty.
Wow. Big Digital Underground fan here.
I do know the whole first verse
That's upsetting.
of Humpty Dance.
That's really upsetting.
Now stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. Should I keep going?
No.
Okay.
I don't think even the people from the Digital Underground remember the first verse of that song.
Oh. I like the part I like is from that is eat up all your candy and your licorice. Oh, you a fat girl. Come here. Are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me. I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with a boom. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. All real lyrics.
God, you know so much.
Yeah, it's weird. Hey, guys, can you tell that we definitely don't want to talk about this movie today?
I wish the Digital Underground was in this movie.
No, you don't. God, could you imagine that?
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd make it so much better.
All right, so I got one tagline.
Oh, good.
Back on track here. All the pretty girls die young.
What the fuck? That has nothing to do with this movie at all. What?
Yep.
All the pretty girls die young. A PSA from the Truth Campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do spice.
Ready?
I guess.
Here's some stats with no reported budget, no reported gross, and with one knife to the back, one knife to the mouth, multiple stabbings, one girl ripped in half by towing, one man run over by a stopped car, 3 rotting corpses, 4 people chainsawed to death, one girl dry humped, multiple nail gun shots to the gut, and 1 tooth ripped out, with 6 deaths in total and a 3.0 on IMDb.
All right. I would give it much less, but
it's 2011's Bunnyman. There's no way to say that cool.
No, it's 1996's Echo and the Bunnymen. Let's roll that Donnie Darko soundtrack.
Let's drop some bombs.
I'll see you in hell.
You one of the car people?
We prefer the term angels. It's more dignified.
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
Looking good.
You lying to me, boy?
What?
You heard me, you piece of shit. There ain't nobody call nobody for 30 seconds. Hell, you can't even dial that fast.
I've been waiting 20 years for this. April Fool, assholes.
Welcome to Bonds Away, the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth. I'm Jonathan Young. Joining me inside the studio, as always, is
Tyler O.
Yeah.
I thought I'd try to think of something, but I just
You'll get there, buddy.
I'll get there.
It's all right.
It's okay. Take your time.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, if you did not join us last week, just some quick announcements. Number one, Mr. Vicente Morales has gone on to greener pastures.
He's been laid to rest.
He got into the Disney Aspire program, and he has since departed from the show. So we wish him well, and moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, April 27th, if you're listening to this when the show, this episode aired, April 27th is right around the corner. It's at the Frida Cinema, our next live show. We're back, baby. Back. Back in black. Yep, back in black and white.
Ooh.
It's our first black and white screening, not the colorized version, mind you, of the 60th anniversary of the Ed Wood masterpiece.
Yes, magnum opus.
Yep. Plan 9 from Outer Space. So you will get Plan 9 from Outer Space, a fully themed event with photo opportunities and an entire pre-show, the movie itself, plus our live podcast afterwards. So if you're in the Southern California area and you have never checked out an event of ours or an event at the Frida Cinema, please come out and join us 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 27th for Plan 9 from Outer Space, plus us, Bombs Away Live. Tickets are on sale right now at www.thefridacinema.org/events/bombsawaylive. Yeah.
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 No promises, but Ed Wood's ghost might be in attendance.
Yeah. Maybe in drag. I want to start maybe getting the live announcements or like just those announcements out ahead of time so people don't miss them on the back end when they're you know what, they just did reviews, we're good here, I don't need to listen to the last 5.
Yeah.
So is there anything else we're missing?
No,
I don't think so.
Just head on out to the show. It's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Like I keep saying every single episode, I love this movie so much. So it's like a personal favorite for mine. So I just, I'm so excited to do it. Live on stage.
Live on stage. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Please join us. So, Bunnyman.
That was a thing that happened.
God, and then happened 2 more times, apparently.
Yes, it did. Yeah, Bunnyman. Loosely based on a real urban legend from Virginia that took place in the 70s about a man that was supposedly wearing a bunny mask who attacked some cars.
Is this real? What did you say is real?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy was arrested. They even have like not really like a museum in Virginia about it, but like they have like the axe he swung at a car and shattered the windshield with in like, I don't know, like a display case. Like it's a badge of honor for them. Yeah, I looked it up because it said it was like based on an urban legend, so I looked up Virginia Bunnyman, and there it was.
Here's my favorite trivia on the IMDb page. No one knows to this day how this movie managed to spawn a franchise. That's not a trivia.
I mean,
that's somebody throwing shade.
That's hella funny. Oh, God. It did spawn a franchise. There's 2 other films.
Apparently, I guess I missed it. According to the trivia, also it says that it has a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's also filmed, not far from us. In retrospect, it's not too far. It was filmed in the woods, like 100 miles south of Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it's local, but we live in LA, so everything's local, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, God, this was rough.
Really rough.
I try very hard. By the way, happy Easter, everyone.
He is risen.
I always post the same meme. I love it so much. Have you ever seen it?
I don't think we were friends yet.
Oh, okay.
I think, when was Easter last year? I don't even know if I lived down here yet when Easter happened last year.
Okay. So I always I post it's basically like a top picture and a bottom picture, right? And it's Jesus like with his arms spread out, and it says "He is risen" right at the top. And then there's a picture of Daryl from The Walking Dead with his crossbow underneath it, and it says, "I got this."
Oh my god.
Oh,
Damn.
it is a favorite. People like the hell out of that one.
I just want to cook like a loaf of bread on Easter and take a picture of
You want to take a shit?
of
Let's bake a loaf.
That's bake a loaf. No, but I want to make a loaf of bread, and as it's rising on Easter, post a picture that says, "It is risen." See how many members of Carly's family get really upset with me over that one.
Well, I wonder if I could actually get away with a dick pic when it's like that.
Oh no.
He is risen.
I think you can get away with it on Instagram as long as it's not a female nipple. I think you'll be okay.
Oh, what if I put like a little beard on it? And a robe. And sandals.
It's like long ass hair. I'll make you this. We can't post it, but I'll send it to you.
You could draw. Just
That's
like
right.
super
It could
bad.
be a drawing.
Like super bad.
I can draw pretty good dicks.
Yeah. Got my dick treasure box.
Bunny
Still don't want to
man.
talk about this movie.
Let's
Yeah, let's dive in.
yeah. So the first almost 5 minutes of this film,
What was
not a
this?
single word is said.
Okay, the first 5 minutes are like 8mm footage.
Yes.
Right? Which I think it's not actually 8mm footage. It's like a filter on Final Cut.
Yeah. let's call it what it is. This film is an outright ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Oh, yeah.
and Jeepers Creepers simultaneously.
Okay.
I
didn't see the Jeepers Creepers part, but I'm
We'll get there,
listening.
yes.
I'm listening.
The movie opens with like vintage footage, just like the photos from the beginning of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
And it's silent, and the only sound that's playing is the sound of the film going through the projector,
Right.
basically.
So this doesn't make any sense to me because I'm like, who's shooting this footage if it's supposed to be found footage?
Well, it's kind of explained later on at the end when he's filming the girl.
Well, I just mean the angles that they're getting her at. That guy would have to be in the room and she would know it.
He's like a
as she
cinematographer.
escapes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird because she does escape in the footage.
Right.
Yeah.
She escapes and then like there's a part where now the camera like cuts to like outside and she comes out the door, so it's like, what happened there?
He's like, hold on. Before you escape, I'm going to go outside. Let me set up this shot. All right, and action. Escape.
Right? And she's just having a nice leisurely jog through the woods.
Yeah, she's walking so slowly. She does not
Everybody.
give a shit.
Nobody is actually affected in this movie
No.
by anything that's happening around them.
No.
Yeah. Until the final girl wants to go crazy and start laughing for some reason.
Yeah, in order for there to be reactions, you have to be actors, which is the roughest part about this film. The casting director actually just walked down the streets like, you ever seen a movie? And this person was like, I've heard of one. And they're like, all right, be in my film.
So, okay, I know I've mentioned it before, and one day I will, you could watch it right now if you wanted to. It's on YouTube, but
Your fucking film, huh?
it reminded me of it so badly, right? Because mine was literally just a guy in like a fat guy in Michael Myers overalls with a pumpkin head mask.
Okay.
Right? And then it straight up like ripped off.
You're talking like
anything.
a pumpkin head, not like pumpkin head.
Right. Like an actual
Like a
jack-o'-lantern head.
Okay. I was like,
right?
damn, we got a pumpkin head mask?
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
We should do, before one of our live shows someday, we should do the Jonathan and Tyler Adolescent Film Festival where we show the shit we made when we were younger so we can cringe inwards.
Well, for some reason, because I am an awful editor when it comes to like being like, I don't need this content, that movie is 2 hours long.
Oh my god, I didn't know it was a feature-length film.
Yeah, it's just like this show. It never knows when to stop being
Oh
long.
my god. Yeah, no, I have like a couple like 10-minute, like I had to make a movie in 8th grade for my final for my English class, and we made a zombie movie, and I've never looked back at it, and it's probably so bad.
There's my favorite thing is something I directed but didn't shoot. And I directed and starred in it, but I didn't shoot it. Is this what's it called? Kind of, it's very emo in its romantic portion. I was going through some shit.
You make The Crow?
No, it's just meaning like it's but I loved it. I loved everything about it. I'll show you.
All right.
I show you.
I show you.
And anyway,
Who told you?
yeah, I would love that. Just
Yeah, we should do it. It'd be fun.
It'd be
We
like-
can make fun of our own shit.
failed projects, we'll call it.
Yeah. Oh, we should just do an episode on our films that we've made.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's just rip it apart because neither one of us has seen the other one.
Yes.
So at least
yes.
one person in the room is coming completely out of left field.
Yeah, I got a few art school ones that I made. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Me too.
Speaking of student projects, Bunnyman.
Well, that's what I meant by this. Is it feels just like it, but like not in the way of like me. I knew that like our cinematography was bad. Like I knew so much of it was so independent and bad that I was like, we've got to lean into the bad and make fun of it, right? This one I can't.
This is
tell.
serious.
It's trying to be.
Yeah. Recorded on a 2007 Sony Handycam.
Yep.
Feels like.
So was mine.
It's so like it's so crisp looking. It's just like disgusting. It literally looks like non-filtered digital garbage.
Well, sometimes the shots are very competent, and other times it's the like one person is shot from like the chin up.
Oh, that's because the cinematographer couldn't show up to set some days because he couldn't get the day off from working at Baskin Robbins, so he had to
hire the little person. That was
they
on
hired
set.
the little person to shoot it. Yeah, everything
Who was normally just the tripod.
He has a screw sticking out the top of his head. They just like spin the camera onto him.
God, this
Yeah.
is so bad.
Yeah. No, so if you've ever seen Birdemic Shock and Awe, the opening of this film
At least that was fun.
Yeah, but the opening of this film post found footage reminds me so much of the opening of that movie where they're just showing that guy driving to work silently. Because these people, it opens with our main characters sitting in their car driving through the woods literally for 3 minutes.
Oh wait, but the end of this found footage has a girl that a knife comes out of nowhere, stabs her in the back.
Yes.
Right? And then she's laying on the ground, and while that knife's in her back, a guy holding another knife
Stabs
that's
her-
already dripping.
Stabs her through the mouth.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. And I really thought this was setting me up for what the film's gore level was going to be like. Nope.
No. Well, I don't know. There was good attempts. I'll say that.
Occasionally.
Also, though, then the title comes up, and it's BUNN, and then a skull with bunny ears is the Y.
Yes.
And then man.
I was
right?
like, Bunman.
But also the skull logo and everything, because like the second N would be center. The skull is off center.
Yeah.
But then Bunman disappears and the skull's still there. But
and it's like
off
off-centered. Yeah, it looks like shit.
It's like, just format your film properly.
No, man, they had to try really hard to get this out under budget. You know, they only got $150 to get it out.
So now we get a remake of that 8mm footage immediately. Because now another girl, but without the 8mm, is running through the forest.
Oh, yeah. God damn. I blocked a lot out of the beginning of this film.
That's why I had to backtrack you, because I was like, wait a minute, there's a whole, like...
Damn, is it like the first 10 minutes where nothing's said then?
Yeah. Do you, like, by the time, because I had to turn this off and go to work and then redo it, right? And when I fast-forwarded back to where I left off, which is where they first confront him, like, basically, he pulls them over or whatever, you were 20 minutes in by the time the redhead gets to the car and is like, excuse me?
God.
20, right? And then, so, guys, as you're listening, think of that 20 minutes in, and I'll tell you when we're there again, you know, later on in this show, right? So,
just like this podcast takes ages to get 20 minutes in.
which we just hit right there.
That was, oh man, that was so good. That was so close.
Oh, that's great. So, I just realized it's not exactly going to be 20 minutes because of the theme song and everything else I add to it.
Oh, damn.
But we're there.
We're there.
But anyway, yeah. So we just saw this girl with the 8mm footage running through the forest and dying, right? And then immediately there's another girl who just breaks free of her captivity and starts running through the forest. But now it's in what the rest of the film will look like clean DV cam footage.
Shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, didn't we just see this?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Right? And
Yeah.
so she gets chased around by Bunnyman, who is a man in a white Easter bunny costume.
Yeah. You know the one
That's
we're
just
talking
dirty.
about. You're thinking about it. That's it.
Yep.
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 You've seen it a million times. It's a cheap costume. That's what they're wearing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it for $50 at Halloween Club. And then that's not the first time Halloween Club will come. I mean, that's not the last time Halloween Club will come up in this episode.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I almost texted you last night when I was watching it and said they got this shit straight from Walgreens.
Okay. So he's chasing her around, and then she decides to hide in the back of a giant steak bed.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, she hides, in a flatbed truck, like a huge truck. And this is what I was saying is where this comes in as a ripoff of Jeepers Creepers, because it's like if it was a closed truck, a box truck, this would just be the creep's truck.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
all the way
right.
down to the next progression of the next few scenes.
Right. So back to you were saying is that we have 6 people in a Toyota Camry.
Is it 5?
6. There's 4 people in that back seat.
That's right.
Which is like, what?
It's a clown car.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys couldn't get a van.
Yeah, my mom's going to let me borrow the car for the weekend for us to make the movie.
That's exactly how this went down.
But it's only got 5 seats. We could cut someone from the film.
No, can't do that.
Nah, dude, no. She's my muse.
That girl with the dump pants.
The girl who shit her pants on set. I promised she could stay in the movie.
Well, that's because okay, they're clearly making 2 out of the 3 girls very sex symbolish, and then there's a third who's just like, I'm dumpy.
Yeah,
Just wearing I don't know, those terry cloth pants.
yeah, and they're not even doing a good job of making those girls sexy. They're like, yeah, wear a cotton tank top and some short shorts. Cool, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yep.
The rating on this movie on IMDb, if you go down, you can see a breakdown of the type of stuff you can expect in the movie. It said sexual content / nudity very high, and I was like, oh shit, there's gonna be hella tits in this movie. None. There is something later that makes me go, okay, I can see why they put very high. But I was expecting to see someone naked, especially with the way they were setting up these girls in the movie. But no, nothing.
So yeah, like you said, they're just driving along.
Quiet.
It's so quiet, and it's awkward because there's very little soundtrack in this movie or
Yes.
orchestrated anything
At all.
ambient music, anything.
There's almost not even ambient sound in the background.
Right, almost as if because they were driving, the onboard camera just picked up too much wind.
Yeah, and they were like, cut all the audio.
Yeah, which is a Birdemic tactic as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah.
They tried a little harder than Birdemic, which was just well, just cut it, just make it silent, right?
Just peak the audio.
Yeah. But then here comes Bunnyman, because Bunnyman got inside the cab of the steak bed that other girl was hiding in and started driving it.
Because joke's on her, that's his truck.
How did she not know?
I don't know. She's like, one single truck in the middle of the woods can't be his. Yeah, so he's driving down the road in front of them really slowly.
Yes.
But not even that slowly. They look like they're moving, but they're
Yeah.
impatient. So the guy's like, why is this guy going so slow? So he zips around him,
Yep.
and then Bunnyman goes Jeepers Creepers on them.
Gets right on their ass.
Starts
and
honking
then,
the horn, like, "Brr, brr."
and then zips around them.
Well, they do, So they stand by me, the cars, where they're driving side by side, but then the other car's coming at them.
Most completely calm and not harrowing game of chicken I'd ever seen.
Yeah, and then the guy actually literally says, maybe I can get him to hit that other car. It's like, you're gonna, like, sacrifice somebody's life because you wanted to cut this guy off?
But also, like, it's just, like, okay, so nobody's like, this is the level of acting, right? So, like, Bunnyman is on the opposite side of the road. They're neck and neck, right? But it's like they didn't film it properly, like, in any way to make it seem like anybody was at risk.
No one cared. And and it's funny is, like, the actors, like, I feel like if you pointed a gun at them, a loaded gun, they'd be like, huh, because no one's really that concerned.
Nobody, okay, what it should be. Here's what it should be. Like, straight up, they're playing chicken. Here comes another car about to hit Bunnyman. Not them, right? So
Yeah.
also,
Why would they be concerned?
right? But even if they were, it should be like, rah, 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 right? And they're in the car like, my God! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Instead, it's just like, rah, rah, rah. They're like, oh no. Oh no.
And he's like, oh man, maybe he'll hit that family of 4 on their
And
way
then-
to Disneyland.
And then like the girl, our final girl who's in the passenger seat, right? And the boyfriend of the driver, right? Just goes, my God, that was close.
All right, thank you.
Was it?
It wasn't at all.
And then Bunnyman, like, is now behind them again, then speeds up past them and, like, accelerates way past them.
Yeah, and just takes off.
Yeah.
So like, thanks for inconveniencing me. Bye.
Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm sorry. No. They go, why don't we just pull over? I'm like, why?
Yeah, nothing happened.
Yeah. They go, what? And they're like, why should we pull over? And she's like, because you obviously pissed him off.
Let's go. Oh, yeah, they're going to go talk to him.
Right.
Well, because he pulls over. And they pull over too.
Well, no, they pull over and he pulls over with them.
That's right. Yeah. So they pull over, and then the men in this film being chicken shit are like, you should go talk to him, to the
Right.
girl. And she's like, why?
They're like, because you're got titties.
Basically.
Yeah.
So she goes up to the truck,
Right.
and it shows us the girl in the back.
Right, and she's not saying a goddamn word.
Doesn't she hear that? Yeah, I don't get that at all. I was really confused by that. I was like, why wouldn't you just start yelling like, hey, I'm trapped in the back of this truck?
Yeah.
She
Doesn't happen.
She deserves to die.
Yeah. And so,
I can't help you if you're not willing to help yourself.
the main girl, the redhead, who is played by Cheryl Texiera, whose character's name is Rachel.
Yes.
I wanted to start because I didn't know any of their names by the end of this film.
No, I
but
didn't
I need
even
to
know
start
they had
addressing
names.
them. Yeah, I need to start addressing them as such, or we're gonna get confused here.
Yes.
Right. So Rachel is like, I'm sorry we pissed you off, and like he's not coming out. He's just like doing this weird like jerking motion, like he's putting the truck in from like neutral to drive or something. Who even knows?
I don't know.
And honking his horn, and then they're finally like, let's get out of here. So they like just drive away.
Yeah.
Right? And then he accelerates past them, and then he's gone. And then they drive for a while again, I guess.
Yes, this movie's just like driving and driving for the first 30 minutes.
And then out of nowhere, there he is, like half parked on the road, like enough
Yeah.
where they could have swerved and gotten out of the way, which they do swerve. But then they're like, oh no, and like not run into a ditch, just run into like a flat
clearing.
Yeah.
It's literally like a flat. It's like a campground. They drove up onto a campground. They're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, basically like, oh man, there's probably something wrong with the car.
Yeah.
So he gets out to check the car.
And Bunnyman drives away. Just drives away.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, whatever, fuck him. So yeah, he's underneath the car checking out the car.
Right. Meanwhile, it switches over to now the girl that was in the back of the steak truck
being dragged
right?
out of the
right
truck.
And then I laughed because he basically like wrapped a chain. You know that way that like basically you feed a rope or something through a loop in itself, so that basically like a dog
Yeah, so it cinches.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like a noose.
He wraps that around like under her underarms,
so
like,
nonchalantly,
right?
Like she could have easily slipped out of it.
And then
He ties her to a tree.
ties that chain
To a tree.
to a tree,
Yes.
right? Like with a deadbolt.
Yes.
Right?
And then
ties, I guess, her legs
to another chain.
and then that chain
Ties
to
that
the truck,
and
right?
you can guess what's happening.
Right. And then she like kind of wakes up like, what? And then he just drives away.
It's not even. I do have to say, I really did like this kill because it's funny. Because in any other movie that does this, like The Hitcher or
The Hitcher, yeah.
or like even like Gangster Squad.
What was the one with Paul Walker where they almost did it to Lily Sobieski? Joyride.
Fast and Furious 2.
Shut up.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, it's Joyride.
Joyride. Yeah. But in all those movies, it's always kind of like slow, and the person's being like stretched, basically.
Yeah,
No,
so
he fucking guns it.
Okay, but this is the other thing too. So what I can piece together is that Bunnyman straight up like was like, I'm gonna drive to this random tree like miles away.
Which is really funny because it's in a clearing again where they go. Very clearly, not very clearly, but like if you give it any thought, it's definitely the same clearing that we just saw those people pull into. Because the trees all look the same in the area and it's all cleared out. But yeah, he guns it and he rips her in half. And this is some of the only gore in the movie where I think they actually tried.
Yeah.
Because you see her legs, her lower half drag away. She's still attached to the tree and like sits up and is basically like feeling her guts at the bottom, like Saving Private Ryan, Beach of Normandy style. And then she's dead.
Yep.
And then we go back to our heroes, term used lightly.
Yeah, I guess.
Working on the car, correct? That's the...
Yep.
And he's still under the car.
He's under the car. Well, no, that's a weird part is that they're all sitting there and they're awkwardly in silence, right? But they don't look hot or anything, but they're supposed to be presenting that a lot of time has passed.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, what is wrong with the car?
Yeah. It's like it didn't do anything.
Nothing.
No.
They literally just ran off the road, stopped at a clearing, and what? The dust dusted up the carburetor? What happened?
You can't get dust in your carburetor. You just break your car.
I don't know. Because nothing happened. They hit nothing.
No, they just drove on dirt, and the car was like, I don't like dirt. This ain't a 4-wheel drive.
And then, so the one guy, first kill,
Fred,
yeah, is under the car now, and then Bunnyman.
This is my favorite kill in this movie, sheerly for the sheer lack
of reaction
of shit that anyone gives for the fact of what just happened. He's under the car working on it. Bunnyman rear ends the truck like going 10 miles per hour, and it rolls and crushes him.
No, not before he's like driving at 55, like to establish that he's coming.
Yeah.
But then they're like, you can't hit my mom's car in this production.
She's gonna be pissed.
You can't just plow into the car. You'd kill them all.
So he rear ends it like 10 miles per hour.
Tops.
It rolls forward.
Like just an inch.
Bunnyman leaves the scene of the crime, and they all get out and are like, oh my god.
No, they don't. Oh my god!
No, they're like, what happened?
Yeah, and only Rachel does anything.
Meanwhile, they're asking what happened. They're all in the same car. This is like a diesel truck, so it pulled up like rear-ended them left, and they're still wondering how this guy got crushed by the car when it moved forward 2 inches.
Also, like wondering like who it could have been.
Yeah, how did this happen? And I promise you, all jokes aside, this is literally the most of a shit anyone gives about what just transpired for the rest of this film.
Because, okay, so Rachel, like, looks under the car and is just like, Jack! Or whatever, whoever it is, right? I don't know which character's name it is, but she's just upset, right? And they're like, oh my god, we should get out of here.
Oh my god. I didn't really like him anyway.
Right?
So they set out to go find...
Oh my god. Did he have a name? Did he have a name? Who is he?
Oh my god, our Uber driver's dead.
Well, that's the thing is we haven't established anybody's relationship with anybody, so I'm not quite sure that anybody should be upset.
They don't know each other. They're in an Uber pool. It's actually Bunnyman's a taxi driver. He's pissed about Uber taking his rides. No, so then they set out to go find.
Didn't have a charger. 4 stars.
Kept asking me if I wanted the M&Ms in the open cup in his cup holder. 3 stars. Oh God.
Made me listen to his podcast.
Didn't utter a single word. 5 stars.
Bunnyman.
Accidentally took me on the wrong exit. I thought he was going to murder me. That happened to me. When I was driving Lyft, I took the wrong exit. And this woman was like, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
I got a bad review once because I shaved. Got a 1-star review being like, look nothing like the person. I felt in fear of my safety.
Oh, I thought you said I was like, well, yeah, I'd give you 1 star too if you were shaving while driving.
No.
Hey, I'm Jonathan. I'm your Lyft.
No, it's like straight up 5-blade fusion.
I got a straight razor.
You mind if I do this?
Sweeney
Dude.
Todd in here.
It's so funny. I watched somebody else today actually put makeup on beside me in their car, right? And it brought me back to how terrified I used to be when my mother would do it.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know, the eyeliner pencil?
Right next to your eyeball?
Right next to her eyeball, like with the visor mirror.
Yep.
Right? Where you're like, so not a single part of you has an eye on the road.
Nope. my mom always used to she'd be like putting makeup on really quick and she'd be like, tell me when the light's green. I'd be like, okay.
No, my mom would be on stop and go traffic on the freeway.
Oh, no. One time I told my mom the light was green and it was red and she I was just messing with her. I was like, it's green. And she went forward and slammed on the brakes and she's like, why would you do that? She smacked me.
You deserve that one.
That was fucked up.
You must caused financial hardship for your whole family.
We almost died. If I would have died in that car accident, though, I never would have had to watch Bunnyman.
That's true.
No, yeah. So now they set out.
Your mom would have hit him as hard as Bunnyman did.
10 miles per hour. Bing, bing.
That's how people die.
God. No, so they set out to go find a phone, basically.
Right. But they're having mundane conversations as if they're not really caring about what just transpired.
Which makes me wonder, 2 things. A?
Oh, I did love the line. I wrote this line down, too.
Oh,
the guy before he died, one girl is like, since when did you become a mechanic? Wow, what brilliant writing we have here. He goes, since you started being a bitch.
Yes. Damn, this guy's been studying being a mechanic for 10 minutes. No, yeah. But what I was going to say is this brings up 2 questions for me. A, was there a script for this film? And B, what order was this film shot in? Did these people actually memorize their lines? Or when they showed up to set to shoot this, which it very clearly looks like it was shot in a day.
Yeah.
My question is did they just not memorize their lines and didn't know everything that was going to happen, and then it was filmed out of order? So then in these scenes where they're talking mundane after their friend was just fucking murdered?
Yeah, they're not acting like someone just died or that there's an actual problem on their hands.
Yeah.
Just that they hate each other.
Did they realize, did the actors actually know that their friend just died, or had they not filmed that scene yet and they didn't know?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're kind of all bickering with each other as they're walking through the woods trying to find a phone.
Yep, and then they run into some white crosses and
upside down white crosses.
Yeah, and then a bunch of soccer bags full of
Okay.
Halloween club props.
Here's what I almost sent you. Yes. Listeners, I don't don't watch the movie. Just go on Google and type in Halloween bag of bones decor, and you will find exactly what was used in this movie for props. It is 5 of them hanging from a tree, and they lose their absolute shit. And it looks so bad. They didn't even do anything to make them look gross. They straight up look like the ones that you can buy at Walgreens during Halloween.
Yeah. There
it is. The little netty bag. Yeah, it's straight up in like those like plastic net bag. You could get it at Walmart, and they're like $10.
And they didn't even take it out of the netty bag.
No, they left it in the netty bag hanging up, and it's like 5 of them, and they're like, ah! And they run away.
Yep. So, at this point, they run into... Oh, yeah. Okay. They run into this hick guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's living out in like this cabin.
In this cabin, right? And they want to use the phone, but he's being creepy as fuck.
He's being so fucking rude. They're like, yeah, can we use your phone? And he's like, no.
It's like, depends on how you ask and who asks.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing is, he doesn't come off as, like, disturbingly creepy.
Yeah.
He comes off as just a pervert.
And an
that's
asshole.
Dirty.
Yeah, and an asshole. Because
Yeah.
it's just like, what the fuck? I just want to use your phone, dickhead.
Right.
Which, again, nobody says anything like, can we use your phone? Our friend just got killed.
They do say that.
Oh, they do. That's right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, they say a friend just died, and he's like, that he's got no more problems or something.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's the best character in the movie.
Well, also, they're like, what's up with those bag of bones? He's like, do you know them? And she's like, no. He's like, then don't worry about it.
They also ask him about all the upside down crosses too.
Yeah.
And I don't know what bullshit reason he gave for doing that.
Easter.
Yeah.
Didn't
He
you know
is
the
risen.
title? Didn't you know the title of the movie?
Bunnyman. Got really nothing to do with Easter.
I got eggs in the back.
You guys can't use my phone because my hands are covered in dye from dipping these eggs.
I like paws.
Come on in. About to have an Easter egg hunt with my nieces and nephews.
Anybody know how to dye eggs without using this stupid, like, wire metal ladle?
You guys ever draw faces on the eggs with Sharpie? I always thought that was funny.
I thought it was stupid when they added stickers.
Oh, shit, that's right. There was when I worked at the other amusement park, Great America, we had an Easter celebration for the weekend of Easter, and kids could color eggs. And dude, I don't know what happened, but some kids went fucking haywire and like threw eggs everywhere. We had to clean it all up. It fucking sucked.
But were they hard boiled?
Yes, but it was still gross.
Yeah,
because they got left there in the corner of a room for like a week.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What a horrible place you ran there.
I know. I didn't run it.
But just meaning, like, what? Like, why wasn't it taken care of immediately after it happened?
Fuck if I know.
Because he is risen. We didn't have time for it.
He came back 3 days later, man.
It was the Sabbath. We had to rest.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. So at this point, this is where the line too, where they're like, "Can we just use your phone, please, for like 30 seconds? I have $50 for 30 seconds." He's like, "You lying to me, boy? You lie? You heard me, you piece of shit. Ain't nobody ain't nobody can make a call for only 30 seconds. Hell, can't even dial that fast." And I'm like, hell yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it's the only funny line in this movie. It's the only good line, and it's just like,
but it also seems like a sketch.
It does. It does seem like a weird sketch, like a YouTube video titled "Weird Kids Meet Hick in the Woods."
Right? I don't even know what a phone is. Right?
Telephone. Hardly knew her.
Yeah. Am I right?
My bitch wife took the phone in the divorce.
Am I right? Superstar. Ah!
Oh, no.
I'm a recurring character. So, You like the cheerleaders? I can do that one too.
Oh no.
Wild and crazy guys. Huh?
You like mango?
Nobody like mango.
You do.
You lying to me, boy? Nobody like mango.
Can do 30 seconds of that sketch.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like mango.
No, what's the Chris Kattan one you like?
I like the over like him and Sherry O'Terry that were like. I like Mr. Peepers.
Yes, that's what he did in
Yeah.
like the talent show.
Yes. We'll get to that. Make fun of that one day too.
I want a video of that.
I have it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Dude, it has like 50,000 views. Are you okay?
No way.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
It's me in high school doing.
Oh,
Mr.
it was in high
Peepers.
school. I thought it was in 6th grade. This
No.
is cringier than I thought.
No, like if we're talking about ripoffs, I would just literally like take a sketch and rewrite it so it fit the format of like if that character came to the talent show.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh fuck. We'll have to watch this later.
Oh yeah.
I'm very
we will.
excited.
Oh yeah, it's good. You get the audio's shit because
That's
the
okay.
camera's like in the back of the room.
Oh yeah,
Like,
filming the
like any dad.
Yeah. That's my son, I guess.
My son the monkey.
Wish he loved Jesus more.
Oh.
So this creep, they just leave.
Yeah.
Again, no repercussions for any types of actions that occur
Yep.
in this. Every single time something happens, they just leave and forget about it.
Mm-hmm. So now they're walking down the road in pitch black darkness, and we run into this couple, this like overly
Yes.
attractive girl and this guy with long stringy hair,
Who looks like a bum.
right?
Yeah.
And has like a wound on his hand.
Yes, and this scene cracks me up because as the people are walking up behind the car, they're bathed in red light from the taillights of this car that these people are sitting in. And the scene was really confusing to me, and I had to skip back for a second to see if I missed something because the woman in the driver's seat is looking forward and saying,
Yep,
"Who
and-
are those people?"
And then they actually come forward.
And then the guy looks behind and says, "There they are." Or like some shit like, "I don't know." And then they approach from in front of the car.
Well, this is weird because it seems like she knows them, like or
Yeah.
at least knows of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And so I had to skip back. It's like, I missed something. I skipped back and I was like, I didn't miss shit. This movie just sucks.
Yeah, because basically what happens at this point is that those two have a conversation being like, don't fuck this up. Oh, man, I wish I could just run them over right here, right now.
Yeah.
You know? And you're like, all right, so, like, you guys are hunting them or
Yeah.
something, right? Or trying to pull something over. So she gets out, and here's another, like, awkward conversation where he's like, can you take us to, like a phone or something? And she's like, I could, but I'm sorry, like the car's overheated, right? And he's like, okay, like, or can you take like one of us? And she's like, yeah, but the flat tire, right? And he's like, okay. And she's like, but here, I'll be back for you in 20 minutes, right? And then she's like, and we also don't have any room, right? Because it's a pickup truck.
But I'm sorry, Mercury's in retrograde.
Right? And all of it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No, it doesn't.
Right? And it's
any,
the first time.
any logical character would be like, what?
Right?
But they're too dumb. They just like don't even like it doesn't even
Well,
dawn
this
on
is
them.
the one time where like so the other main guy, which is John,
Yeah.
right, which is the boyfriend of Rachel. This is when he actually been like, "What the hell's your problem? Like, help us out! Like, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You have a pickup truck that can fit all 5 of us,
Yeah.
right? Help us out, right?" And she's like, "I got to get my friend to a hospital." Right? And you're like, she's literally giving you like 4 excuses. This is like a dude who won't quit and being like, hey, "Are you up?" And she's like, I have the flu. No, I'm sorry. Oh, my phone battery's been dead for like a month.
My
know?
dog's cousin died.
Yeah.
I gotta go to his funeral.
Oh God, right? And then straight up is like, "But I'll be back for you. So why don't you wait in this cabin like down the way?"
Yeah.
Right. and I'll be back for you in 20 minutes after I drop my friend off to the hospital, right? Which is something that she planned to say because she's like, when I point to you, she said earlier, she's like, when I point to you, like, put up your hand and, like, wave, right?
Yeah.
That you have a wound, right? So, like, why did she come up with 2 other excuses before that if that was part of the plan?
Also, just dawned on me here, right? If these characters were smart at all.
Shit.
Right? Yeah. If these characters were smart at all, she just said, I'll be back for you in 20 minutes. I need to take my friend to the hospital. That means that it's 10 minutes down the road to the hospital and 10 minutes back.
Right.
Why wouldn't they just be like, oh, there's a hospital nearby? Cool.
Yeah, but it's a cabin hospital.
It's full.
They
They don't have any phones.
It no work.
It don't work. Who told you?
It's yeah. Oh no, it's only got one more bed.
Oh, they don't admit honkies.
Crackers.
And they're like, oh, understood. We get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't even think about that one. But then they go, okay, right? And they leave.
All right, cool,
right?
thanks.
They leave.
Yeah.
And instead of going to the cabin, these people just pass out on the side of the road.
Like under a tree.
Right?
Yeah.
Wake up the next morning and then start pranking each other like nothing's happened.
Yeah. And then the boyfriend in the green shirt.
Right.
Is this John?
Maybe. The main guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does something that made me really uncomfortable in this scene. He's leaning against his girlfriend and he's asleep. And
Oh, no. So not John. The other one.
The other one.
Right. I call him wife beater.
Shaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wears a wife beater for the
and
rest
he's gonna
of his
live up
film.
to that name for in a second. He's sleeping against her, leaned against her, and she like
looks
signals
at
to
the
everyone
other
else
girl.
like, "Hey, check this shit out!" And she leans forward, and he falls on his back.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up, and he looks at her fucking pissed, and he grabs her by the top of her head, like with her hair in his hand, and then like kisses her on the forehead. and
they're all just laughing.
I was
and
so
giggling.
scared. He grabs her so fucking aggressively. He's like,
what is going on? Their friend has just died. They're in the middle of nowhere, possibly hunted.
He's been laying there being eaten by raccoons all night. They're like, who cares?
Yeah. What? Because and then like the audio goes quiet again, where they're not really laughing. It's just like
it's silent. They're like
what is happening?
This is when Carly actually said to me. She said, do they just not care about their friend? And I was like, I was like paying such little attention at this point. I was like, oh fuck, that's right. This guy's been dead for 30 minutes.
So now,
obviously the woman did not come back for them in 20 minutes, but they also did not follow her
nor did they have a
instructions.
conversation about that.
No.
Right?
So they
being like, where is she?
So they do some more of what this movie really fucking likes, and they just wander through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
The bulk of this film is them just wandering through the woods. And is this the scene where
This is where the one girl with the dumpy pants
goes to the river,
and looks around the tree and sees Bunnyman
skinning a brain?
Yes.
He has a big knife and he's scooping like jello off the top of this brain.
Yes.
And it's like they show the dead bodies near him, right?
Yes.
And there's like 3 dead bodies. None of them have their head open.
No.
Where did he get this brain from? And they all like are just dead in the river.
Yeah.
She's like looking at it like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And then wife beater comes up behind her and scares her.
Right.
And she's like, what the fuck? Why would you scare me?
They proceed to have a full-blown argument instead of being like, there's a guy cleaning a fucking brain in a bunny suit over there.
Yeah.
Instead, she's like, why would you do that to me? Why would you scare me? What an asshole you are.
And he's like, oh, yeah, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I just thought it would be funny. And she's like, blah, 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 blah. And then Bunnyman nonchalantly walks into frame behind her.
And she, like, falls backwards and is like, oh.
Yeah. Turns around, sees him, and is like, oh.
And instead of moving, the camera flips to like his perspective, and he just straight up chainsaws her up the, like, just right through the legs.
Yes,
right?
and it throws blood like everywhere.
Right? She didn't even move out of the way. She was just like, "Hey,
cut here, please." Wife beater runs away, and then they rip off the shot from Jurassic Park: Lost World with the blood running down the the waterfall.
And then no one is reacting properly to what just happened. Then
no one gives a shit about any of these people.
No one's just like, I just saw a fucking Bunnyman just rip my person in half like my friend. No, he comes back and it's like, we gotta go.
Yeah. Hey, it's kind of getting late. You should probably go. See, this is at a moment. For a moment, I thought, is this some kind of like weird setup? And I was like, no, this movie fucking sucks. There's no way.
What, like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, where they're the bad people?
Yeah. Or like Murder Party, where it's like they're trying to kill all these people just for fun or some shit like that. But that's giving this movie too much credit. They straight up just do not give a shit.
No, they don't. So they run to this cabin, and Bunnyman is just like prancing outside. Like,
yeah.
They take a not a mattress, but a box spring.
And put it against the wall, or the door.
Yeah.
And he proceeds to chainsaw through it, as if that would have fucking stopped the chainsaw.
Right.
That's like in movies when people throw up a wooden table to hide from bullets.
Yeah.
I got shot! I got this piece of paper. That'll stop him.
Yeah. And so then he takes the chainsaw through the box spring, and then they're like, all right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. And they like throw the box spring towards the inside of the room, which I guess catches the chainsaw and rips it out of Bunnyman's hand.
Which makes no fucking sense.
And then he just stands there
like
in the doorway like, man, that sucks.
Hey, could you hand me?
I mean, I'm like nothing without my chainsaw.
What the fuck, guys?
Right? And so then they're like trying to barricade the windows, and Blondie, she goes to a window, and he just straight up like punches her in the face.
Yes, people get their shit rocked in this movie a lot.
It's just
There's like
punched in
4
the face.
separate occasions of people just getting straight up decked.
And then she gets punched in the face, so then Bunnyman goes back to the front door, comes in, and gives her like a suitcase wedgie.
Yes, yeah, he grabs her by the
back of her jeans.
The back of her jeans and like
just
picks her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Wife Beater runs out the room, and he chases him underneath the house, because it's like a house on stilts, right?
Yeah.
And then just chainsaws him underneath the house.
He just fucking dies.
You just see splashy, like blood.
And they don't show any of the kills. That one where the girl gets ripped in half is like the most explicit. The rest are all off camera.
Yes. And so then, while that's happening, it cuts back to Blondie in the living room.
And she's like chained to the table, right?
No,
not yet.
No. There's a Renfield-looking guy
who
is chained to the wall,
guy?
and he's like in a 3-piece suit minus the suit jacket, and steampunk glasses.
Yeah, and his hair's all fucked up.
And he proceeds to dry hump her.
Okay, here's my thing. This is where I was kind of like,
I think I know where you're gonna go.
I was like really upset with this movie at this point.
Because this is the Hills Have Eyes remake.
Yes, again, but also I take very large issue with films that, especially horror films that have rape in them.
Okay, because this wasn't rape.
It's supposed to be. I know
it's supposed to be, but her pants were never down.
Her pants are not down, which is weird. But
so he's just dry humping her.
Yeah, which is
like
always
a dog.
What the fuck is this?
Either do it or don't. Commit.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? But yes, it's a Hills Have Eye remake.
Yes,
because the guy's also like,
which is, dude, I'll never forget the first time I watched that remake.
That remake's intense.
It's intense and it's fucking good.
Yes,
it's super good. But that made my skin crawl. That moment.
Oh yeah,
the
that
whole
scene.
Rape scene.
Yeah. It's rough. Well, okay, so here's the thing.
It's breakfast time.
I don't
love that.
I don't like horror films that use rape at all. I don't think it's
okay.
necessary for a horror film.
Okay. I felt like it worked for that film.
But in that one, it works very well.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of movies use it now, and it's not done it's meant
Done
it's
for
put-
shock instead
yes,
of like
instead of
emotional effect.
Yes,
Yes.
and that emotionally affects her in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, same thing with like any like rape revenge film.
Mhm.
It's like I still don't really like it in those, but it works to the film.
Well, sorry, Wes Craven. Last House on the Left sucks anyway.
Dang, you don't like that sound on the left?
Nah.
I like when that guy's head gets put in the microwave.
In the remake or the original?
Oh yeah, in the remake.
yeah,
that's
the
right.
remake's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm talking about the original. The original is hard to get through. I
It's-
Spit
it's-
on Your Grave is better. As a
I Spit
rape
on Your Grave
revenge.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a good poster too with that butt.
Welcome to Better Movies, the podcast where we talk about anything but this.
Welcome to Reconstruction.
Could you
after
imagine
the bomb?
if it was actually just called like it was called Better Movies, and it was like it was like a normal podcast that talked about the movie of the week, right? But it was just anything that was better than Bunnyman.
Yes, yeah.
Right? So they're like, well, it's got this weird spin. I mean, they're just really just talking about any film that they like,
Yeah.
but it just is better than Bunny.
Something we could do it on the Instagram.
What?
This week's episode is Bunnyman. Here are some better films, and it's like movies that are like it but better, like Texas Chainsaw, Jeepers Creepers,
Ah.
and at least with this movie and not
Hey,
Jeepers
another
Creepers.
great idea that we'll never follow
I know,
through
right?
with.
This movie versus Jeepers Creepers, at least as far as I know, the director isn't a fucking creep.
Oh, I should put this out there, Den. Okay, that I just said that. Is that if you have some extra time and you're a fan, if you want to help us out with some like Instagram stuff, like whether it be like photos or like if you're genuinely invested in the movies that and you're like, I want to be a part of it. I will straight up send you each film that we do if you want to do some clips from it and help us out.
And you want to send us shit, or if you know some shit that we should do,
Yeah.
let us know. I'm getting unlimited data, so I'm about to fucking
hell
post
yeah.
all the time.
All right.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they're gonna go ahead and clip that. Like they do for mine.
Yeah.
Actually, net neutrality just came through back. Like they passed a bill to be like, you can't do that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Democratic Congress.
Fuck you, Nancy Pelosi. Anyway.
That's true. You shaky skeleton woman.
Oh, man.
I'm afraid of the. I'm afraid of the young female from New York.
Green New Deal
She's
sounds
so
like
progressive, it's scary.
Green New Deal sounds like boomer side. Oh man.
Anyway,
yeah, so
at this point,
Oh,
he
yeah,
pretends to rape her,
Yes,
but he
God.
doesn't, right? And then now Blondie escapes that, runs, and then runs up a tree.
yes, gets in a tree.
Flip-flops.
Which everyone knows a tree is a chainsaw's mortal enemy. It's not like it's the one thing a chainsaw is meant to do is, cut through a tree.
But I guess he didn't actually cut through the tree because instead, it's supposed to mimic that he did.
Well,
cut
it's really
it down.
funny because I stopped and I asked Carly. I said, "They're in a state park.
Right.
Are they actually cutting this tree? Because for a moment you see wood chips fly,
Right.
and he's like, "Arr," and I was like, they can't do that." He's chopping out
Trust
the
me,
tree.
they knew.
Yeah, he's chopping out the tree, and she's just screaming. And also, mind you, she's very clearly on like the first branch. She's 6 feet off the ground. He's chopping out the tree. It makes the sound like it's tipping over, and she just falls out of it. And they don't even do any camera tricks to make it look like the tree tipped over.
No,
It's
because
straight
there's
up,
still a branch that is stationary and stays stationary.
and you can see the trunk of the tree vertical as well as she jumps out of the tree.
So now we cut to
The Sawyer home.
yeah.
She's literally tied. She's sitting in a chair.
They ties her. No, not in a chair. They tie her to a table.
That's right. She's in a table.
Mm-hmm. And there's Renfield there. I'll just call him that.
God.
And Bunnyman. And Bunnyman starts laying out all the tools and tricks of the trade,
That's right.
which is straight up hostile.
Yes. However, this scene does have something that's pretty funny in it.
Mhm.
As he's getting ready to torture her, he walks over and he turns the radio on to like classical music.
Yeah, time to say goodbye.
Yeah,
Whatever it is.
yeah.
But it's definitely like it's not it's
Public domain
opera
music.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then he proceeds to take a nail gun to her
Yeah.
and just nail gun her side.
Yeah, like her, like the fat on your hip,
Yeah.
above your hip. Yeah.
Right.
And
Like-
which is again weird because she later escapes, and there's no blood on her.
She doesn't escape.
Oh, that's right, she
This
dies.
is her death.
Oh fuck! There's so many shitty characters in this movie. That's right. She does die. He
but
staples her.
I thought
or nail guns her.
I thought there's certain things where you're like, well, you have the opportunity to like. To me, I for some reason can't picture a nail gun through my baby fat and think it's gruesome or horror as much as if he like literally sent them through my ankles or through my wrists.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well,
just
that's
something
too,
about
that's
that.
too Jesus. We can't do that. Not in this Easter theme.
Yeah,
film.
no.
I'll show you a picture of a nail gun nail through someone we know's hand.
No,
Yeah.
please no.
Later. Yeah.
So then after that he takes a pair of pliers and rips out a tooth. Right.
Yeah.
And
Just textbook like squirmy shit.
right.
Like the type of shit that they put in every movie that has a torture
like I said,
scene.
Hostel.
Yeah, I love
Right?
Hostel though.
And then he does have a drill, but he doesn't use it, which I was like, here comes Hostel all
Yeah,
the way,
right.
But then just instead grabs a chainsaw and just chainsaws her stomach, and she's dead, and blood splashes up against the posters on the wall.
Yeah, goodbye, good riddance.
Yep, that's it. So then, after this, there's the dinner scene.
Yes.
Which is the most, other than the chainsaw itself, the most direct reference of a ripoff to Texas Chainsaw.
This is the moment, like I was telling you, it took me far too long to realize, oh, they're ripping off Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Me too, though.
And then literally this scene happens, and then I thought back to the rest of the movie, and I was like, oh, shit. This is just a ripoff.
Yes.
The girl from the car,
Mm-hmm.
Renfield, and Bunnyman
Yeah.
are sitting at the table
Yep.
eating nondescript meat.
The hot girl who was like, I'll be back for you,
Yes.
is there. Guess who's not there, though?
The bum.
The bum is not there?
But I think he is there in the center of the table. I think he's the meat they're eating.
What?
I think he wasn't in on it. Like,
He totally was. They had a conversation being like, I just want to kill them right now. And
Oh,
he's like,
that's right.
You can't.
yeah.
Yeah. But he is wearing like the green like army jacket. He is just like the guy that gets in the van in the beginning of Texas Chainsaw.
The hitchhiker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
But he's just not there. Nor is you can't make a phone call for 10 seconds.
I just think he was a random hick.
But there's bones in his own yard.
That's right.
Like, they don't make any sense.
He's just the harbinger of doom.
So they're having dinner.
Eating nondescript meat, which is
They're
very
being-
clearly human meat.
Because they're cooking Blondie.
Yes.
Right? Now, John and Rachel are hiding in the house, watching them cook, and then watching them have dinner. And then the hot evil girl
Yeah.
is like, they sit down to dinner, and she's like, take off that goddamn mask. You know what I said about that, right? To the Bunnyman. And he takes off the mask.
He's got fucked up liquid latex face.
But I'm like, is he just wearing another Leatherface mask underneath?
Yeah,
Didn't
right?
it look like that?
Yeah, almost.
It just looked like Leatherface.
Well, he's wearing like
underneath.
very clearly wearing like a bald cap.
Yeah.
And he looks like Tiny from House of a Thousand Corpses.
He does look like Tiny.
Yes.
Yes. This is just mask on mask crime here.
Yeah, right.
It just, and
Also, it's like fresh wounds that would hurt so bad in that mask.
yeah. I don't know why he's like actually bloody.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
that.
get that either.
They were like, yeah, that looks scary.
Yeah, it looks a little scary.
So
And then the makeup artist walked in and was like, but why is he wearing them? And they're like, hey, shut the fuck
it's
up.
fucking Bunnyman.
We hired you for 1 hour. That's all we can afford.
Yeah.
She's like, am I gonna get credits at RCC for this?
Maybe.
Fuck you.
Depends on if we can format the credits properly, which we don't.
You know how hard it is to get in contact with the admissions office and get shit for anything?
The plugin for Final Cut isn't working. So,
they're using Vegas.
yeah. It's like you don't. Everybody remembers Deep Blue Sea very clearly.
Fuck you.
The only people don't is our listeners, because I cut that shit out.
Yeah. And they didn't go anyway.
Dick shark.
That's hell funny.
Oh.
Plays well on my computer, not on your piece of shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So anyway, at this point, John and Rachel are like, wait till I tell you it's time to go, and it's time to go, right? And then, like, they just go, okay, go, right? And I'm like, that wasn't the time.
yeah, that was not a good plan. Just wait until I say, all right, go. What's the plan?
Yeah. And they just get up and run out the door, or try to run out the door, which Hot Girl is facing them. So you're
They
just
literally look at, like, I see you idiots.
So, hey, how you doing? They
Please,
get
come
up.
join us.
They get up. They attack. Bunnyman attacks John. She attacks her. And wait, Bunnyman attacks John. Rachel's just standing in the doorway, being like, "John, no!"
Yeah.
And like, Hot Girl gets up in her face and just decks her.
Well, Bunnyman punches John.
Yeah.
Decks him. Then she just gets up, decks her. This is where all the decking is happening in this fucking thing. It's just like,
Then there's like two guys outside, and they're using the nail gun, and they're making a brand new deck. So there's more decking going on.
at first I was like, oh damn,
I got
missed,
you?
I
Did I
missed
get
those
you a
other
bit?
two guys.
Then their dicks were hanging out.
And they were dicking.
That's docking, sir.
Ooh.
I
I want that docking kind of love.
So now the scene fades in, fades out, and the girl is tied to a wheelchair,
Yes.
which is another chainsaw
Chainsaw
reference,
Massacre.
right? And John has got his hands behind his back and sitting on the floor. Meanwhile, Bunnyman is making neon signs.
He's touching neon to a
He's
Tesla
arcing
coil.
neon.
Yeah, he's arcing neon, which is like, what the fuck? Did they just like was
This is for my this is for my barbecue pit that I'm gonna make.
He's like it's like the guy they cast as Bunnyman like showed up on set and like, yeah, you got any skills? Yeah, I make neon signs in my spare time. Oh fuck, we should put that in the movie. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense.
Because you think they're gonna be tortured by it?
No,
or
he's
something?
just doing it for fun.
In the bunny suit.
Yeah,
He's got the head back on.
Yeah,
right? Just arcing neon. Yeah, Bunnyman. What do you think of Bunnyman's barbecue?
Gotta do something that pays the bills.
People think they're gonna have Bunny, but it's gonna be you.
It's gonna be man.
It's Bunny Man. Get
I
it?
sell hot dogs. You know what they are.
Anybody seen Sweeney Todd? I love that movie.
Johnny Depp's never done anything bad ever.
I love Johnny Depp. I love neon.
I love Crybaby.
Halogen tubes. Yeah. So, yeah, now Hot Chick like intimidates Rachel and is in her face and doing a monologue that I don't remember or care about.
No.
And then meanwhile Bunnyman and Renfield are like fighting on the couch, and they're decided to film that instead of the monologue that's happening.
Yeah, I feel like it was a real fight between the actual actors, and the camera just rolled on it.
Fuck you. Fuck your neon.
They're like, maybe we can make money off this on YouTube instead of this shitty movie.
So then John like breaks free and somehow gets a gun? Is that right? Is it a gun?
Yeah, he gets a gun.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
I'm lost.
Yeah, and then he like threatens them. They let Rachel go,
Mm-hmm.
and they escape.
Well, not before John grabs... Oh, he grabs a chainsaw.
That's right, yes.
Sorry,
yes,
not
yes.
a gun.
Almost like a gun.
Yeah. And he's like, get away, back away, and then revs it up and kills hot chick.
Yes.
Then leaves. I'm like, kill the other two.
Yeah, you have a chainsaw, dumb shit.
I never understand that in any horror movie. Where it's just like, kill your killer.
Yeah, double tap.
Yeah. And then at this point, they are driving down the road. They stole the red pickup truck of the hot chick.
Yes.
And they're driving, and now
they're being pursued by Bunnyman in the big truck.
Yep. And so they're like, we should pull over again.
The truck breaks down.
Yes.
The truck breaks down. They stop. He pretends that Rachel is dead. Carries her in his arms, and he's like, "You see what you did? Are you happy?" Bunnyman comes out, and they do like a fucking exchange. He's like, "All right, you can have her." Gives her to Bunnyman.
Right.
He puts her in the truck, which is one of my favorite shots in the movie because it's very clear that the passenger side door is open, so they could shoot this shot because it's super bright in the car.
Yeah, because the Bunnyman's windows, other than the windshield, are painted black.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's laying there. He very awkwardly drops her in the car, in the seat. He gets in, sits down. She pulls out
scissors.
Which
I don't know where she got scissors.
I don't know either. Stabs him in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
He falls out of the car.
Yeah, she pushes him out of the car.
Yes.
John gets in the passenger seat of the vehicle, and they pull away.
They drive away.
Right.
And then they just maniacally laugh again. Another fucking ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with at the end where she's sitting in the bed of the truck laughing as they get away.
Last line of the film. We're going to need a lot of therapy.
So fucking bad. That line was
and
the
I went,
worst.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to need a whole lot of SAG actor credits.
But then they show Bunnyman walking off into the sunset, which, like, over a horizon. Him and the horizon are like shadow.
Yeah.
And the sunset, like, might be the best shot of the movie.
Best shot. Literally that's when he finally got his Baskin Robbins shift.
Hey, I'm
covered.
here.
I'm here. You can shoot this shot, I guess. All right.
Thank you.
He's got his little lens, that
Right?
fucking thing, like looking at how it's gonna look. He's like, this will be good. He's got his light meter.
So credits roll.
Thank God.
And the first thing I noticed was that it says a No One Cares production.
Yeah, and guess what? No one did.
But then I'm like, oh shit, it's not over. They went back to 8mm footage.
Oh fuck. Oh yes, in the credits.
And it is like bloody body parts and rituals, like very Rob Zombie-ish.
Yes.
Right? But a real child is crying, bawling their eyes out around this stuff. And I'm like, you actually, like, subjected a child to this, and they saw it and are bawling their eyes out, and they're like, fucking film that!
Oh my God, I didn't see that part.
Oh, you didn't watch it
No,
after the credits?
I was like,
You
God,
gotta
this
watch
movie's
after the
over.
credits,
Thank
man.
God.
You gotta watch.
Oh, no, I did.
And,
I
but,
did
I
see
mean,
that.
it just
'Cause
goes
at the-
on.
at
It doesn't explain
At
anything.
the end, Bunnyman's sitting in a bar, and Tony Stark walks in.
I heard you have a green problem.
And he's drinking an Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
And then it says, Bunnyman will be back somehow for 2 more movies.
Yeah, and then Bunnyman evaporated into dust.
No, Bunnyman snapped his fingers, and everyone else evaporated into
No.
dust. Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
Thanos.
deserve that.
Bunnyman forcefully inserts Ant-Man into his own ass for pleasure.
But yeah, this 8mm footage just confuses it more, just like the other 8mm footage in the beginning, because it shows a person we've never seen before again. Is this like old man hick with like a ZZ Top beard,
Yeah.
you know, and a family
Yeah.
that we've never seen before.
No.
But it does show the hot chick covered in blood, or what looks like her, because she's wearing the same like black tank top.
Yeah, it looks like her.
It's all confusing, right? Maybe the sequels will explain it.
I don't like the implications
not.
of that comment.
So, would you recommend this movie?
Absolutely not.
Same here.
Don't
we don't
even
even need
fucking bother.
Yeah, we don't need to even begin
No.
to like go on like, oh, it's got merits here. That it has nothing. Don't touch it. don't go near it.
Don't even think about it.
Don't-
It's like the Bye-Bye Man. If you think about it, he's gonna get you.
Yeah. So, what rating would you give it?
I feel like even calling this Cruel Jaws is offensive to Cruel Jaws.
Brutally Cruel Jaws.
Is that the sequel?
No, that'd be great.
Oh God.
Viciously, brutally, unhinged Cruel Jaws.
If I could give this something like lower than a Cruel Jaws,
Shitty Jaws.
shitty Jaws. I give this the Bruce shark at the bottom of the Atlantic.
Bunny
currently.
Jaws.
Bunny Jaws. Yeah, no, this doesn't even fit on the scale.
Yeah.
It's so bad. This is worse than our go-to worst one that we've done, which was Vice Academy.
Yeah, you do say Vice Academy. I always say it's Thanksgiving 3 for me.
That's right.
God,
that's
it's awful.
yeah.
Because it's not even a horror movie anymore. It's just puppets and shit. You're like,
Yeah.
what is happening? Yeah. So, yeah, Shitty Jaws.
Shitty Jaws. It's a poop shark.
Shitty Jaws. Are they any good? They suck. So it's not just a clever name. The Shitty Beatles. Remember?
Yes.
So that's how we thought about it. But there's still some people that we need to hear from. So first, Tyler, what did Carly think?
To sum up what she thought of this movie, her exact words were, I feel like it's an insult to the shark or to the Jaws scale to even give it a
actually
rating.
said that?
Yes, she did.
Nice.
Yeah, she said, I don't even know where it would fit on there because I feel like it's mean to the rest of those movies. It was terrible.
It's awful.
She was the person who I was not paying attention when the dry humping scene was happening, and she was like, "Is she getting raped?" And I was like, "Huh? What?" And I looked up and I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, so, oh my God, I'm about to do this because I just looked at. I can't believe you actually found a 10 out of 10.
I found 2.
You found 2? Oh my God. Okay, so buckle up, folks. I've never read this, but we thought it was awful. But some people seem to think it was the best movie in the world.
Some
And
people
those
have brain damage.
Yeah. Those people, I say, give me 5. These are 5 or 10-star reviews taken from Amazon or IMDb. So, here we go. First one, written by Jay Passels, December 30th, 2018. Jay titles it, A New Horror Icon and Classic! !3. Like most slasher horror movies, this movie is cheesy. But if you're a die-hard horror buff like me, you should have lots of fun with Carl Lindbergh's Bunnyman. The entire movie, I couldn't stop thinking of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 made a baby with the original Wrong Turn, Bunnyman 2011 would be their kid. I had so much fun with this already classic horror movie. It was fun, entertaining, twisted, bloody, and at some parts creepy. Yes, there's even comedy in this film as well. What more could a horror fan possibly want from this film? Pretty much anything. Bunnyman is the reason why we all love cheesy horror movies. No, it is not.
Absolutely not.
A great throwback and a nod to the 70s and 80s slasher flicks. If you're looking to just chill out and stuff your face with pizza on a Friday night or whatever night, Bunnyman or whatever night.
On a Friday night, I don't control your life. Do it any night you want.
Bunnyman is the film you're gonna want to watch. Destined to be a horror classic for this generation. I'm really not looking forward to this next generation.
Yikes.
Carl Lindbergh does an outstanding job with this one here, as well as the Bunnyman sequels, Bunny Massacre, aka Bunnyman 2, and Bunnyman Vengeance, aka Bunnyman 3. My rating for Carl Lindbergh's Bunnyman is a solid 10 out of 10. Love films like this one. Too bad he stopped making these films. Would love to see a Bunnyman 4 eventually. 10 stars.
God. I like his line about how there's
I feel like Carl
comedy.
Lindbergh wrote
it.
this.
Yeah, he's like Carl Lindbergh. Or his mom.
I would love to see Bunnyman 4. Anybody else?
I would love to see Bunnyman 4. parentheses, http://www.kickstarter.com/bunnyman4.
It's a link to the IMDb. It says pre-production.
Yeah. I like the comedy part because where the fuck is there any comedy in this movie?
No. Or anything, really. So there is one more, okay? And it is written by Frederick Reed. It's written in 2012. Okay, there it is. Titled Very Good Movie. I thought that this movie was very good. In fact, because let's face it, most movies today drag on. Least this movie has a plot or storyline to it. Most movies don't have anything at all. What? But most of the time, I'm listening to music, and I think it's a movie instead. Some movies don't even have pictures.
I look in a book, they're not even moving.
Bunnyman is a very good man, and... And yes, it's very entertaining to say the least. Anyone who thinks that this movie is horrible should watch all those remakes like The Fog and Carrie the Rage. What? Oh. That's one of our most downloaded episodes. That's a great movie compared to this. Because those movies were badly made, and Bunnyman is a very good film made. I did not stutter there. Perhaps it is a low-budget film, but it is what the title says it is. A bunny killing people. That's not what the title says.
No, it's a bunny man killing people.
Yeah, it should be a mutated man bunny. Most title films just give you the run around with the whole entire film, but Bunnyman is well made and worth every penny. I would tell people to watch this movie, unlike you people who don't give many horror movies a chance.
5 stars.
Yep, 5 stars. Love Lindbergh.
Love the guy who did the dry humping.
Love Renfield.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, so that was Bunnyman, 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this, let us know. We love hearing from you. You can write to us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's all at Bombs Away Show. If you'd like to send us a more personal message, invite us out to something. We'd love to join you for a bad movie or
we do bar mitzvahs.
That was a shitty circumcision. I give it cruel jaws.
Skins away. Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll come out. We'll do a show. Like, we love performing. So just write to us at contact@bombsawayshow.com. So, if that didn't tickle your fancy, maybe next week will, because I'm super excited about next week.
So excited,
right?
About next week.
It is 1989's spring break slasher film, Nightmare Beach. Or, a.k.a. Welcome to Spring Break.
Yes.
So
excited.
Super excited about it. We've already seen it. We just haven't talked about it yet. So much fun.
So much fun.
So, yeah, that will be next week. And then to cap off the end of the month will be the May the 4th episode, which will be the sequel to Ewok's Caravan of Courage, an episode that we did last year for May the 4th. This will be Ewok's Battle for Endor. Okay? So, that's all that we have for the month of April, and then May is going to be off the wall as well. We've got a lot of holiday stuff coming out. Got a lot of back to school, things like that. It's going to be a nice May and June are going to be really good. So, yes. Other than that, make sure you join us. Get those tickets for Plan 9 from Outer Space, April 27th at 7 o'clock. That is a Saturday, and that's at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, California. Tickets are still on sale, $15, www.thefridacinema.org/events/bombsawaylive. Did I miss anything?
Check us out on shirts.
T-shirts, that's
T-shirts.
Right. tpublic.com. Search for Bombs Away in the search bar.
That's the easiest way to find us because the URL is a bitch.
Yeah. Search for one of our T-shirts. Like Survivor of the Franchise Wars. You'll find the Demolition Man one, and that's a very easy way to like just find the whole store.
Yes.
Something like that. Okay. So that just about does it for us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a fan. We appreciate you, every single one out there, and we'll see you next week. My name's Jonathan.
I'm Tyler.
And
a hip hop hippie, a hippie to the hip hop. You don't stop the box to the beat.
to the bang to the Bunnyman.
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?